up, babes? Welcome back to another video. My name is Kay and this is KROWNEDBALLER. We're gonna hop straight into this tutorial. I'm back with another tutorial, and this time it's a sew-in. The quick weaves have the girls in a chokehold, but I am an athlete. I work out way too often for a quick weave, child, and I don't have time for that thing to be slipping, dipping, and tripping. All right, so today I'm gonna do a deep side part. Well, it's not that deep of a side part, but it's a deep side part sew-in. And y'all, I just really missed my sew-ins. Like, it's just something about a sew-in. Like, I can do the proper maintenance that I need to on wash day. I don't have to worry about stuff slipping. It's just, I don't have to worry about like an extra tug if I, blow the dryer too hard. Like, it's just something about a sew-in for me. So what I'm doing is I'm going ahead, I parted off my leave out, and I made sure that my hair covered the end of my comb. You want to make sure that you have enough leave out to cover your track. So if you have like thinner hair like me, my hair isn't the thinnest, but it's also not the thickest. So if you want to make sure that you have enough leave out. So that little trick can definitely help. If you want to use a thicker comb, you can. Then I'm just going to continue on braiding the rest of my hair. Once I separate my leave out, I didn't have too much left out on the side and the front of my head, just because it is a deep side part and I'm trying to put all of my hair away, getting back into like a full protective style. I do have an obsession with these sew-ins and quick weaves, but child, I'm gonna have to get into my protective styles where my hair is not out as much, or just get back into my curly hair, but it's the straight hair for me. Anyways, so here is my braiding pattern. I know the back is a little chunky, but don't even worry about that. It's not gonna be showing with my hair back there, so don't worry about that if your braid pattern in the back isn't as flat. But you just want to make sure for sure that the hair on the side and the hair in the front on the other sides, like, you want to make sure that hair is flat. So giving smaller braids definitely is a go-to. And then I'm just using my growth oil that I mixed up, my rose and mint oil, just always greasing our scalps. Okay, these are protective styles, so we're gonna protect our hair by any means necessary. Now, this step is completely optional for you. I like to use a net. That's just me personally. It just allows me to put more hair on my head, just because I have a smaller head. So sometimes I can't fit 4 or 5 bundles on my head, but with a net, you can, you don't have to sew to a braid. You can sew onto the net. So that just allows you to just sew more hair on. Again, this is optional. You don't have to do that. So once I sew that all the way around my perimeter, I go ahead and cut off the excess. I didn't cut off the part around my leave out, but we'll get back to that later. So here's the hair I'll be using. It's from a company called Shani Newman Hair, and this is I believe a 16, 18, and 20, or 16, 18, 20, or a 18, 20, 22. I believe it's 16, 18, 20 inch of Vietnamese straight. Now, I haven't done a review on this hair. This literally is my first time putting this hair in. It did come natural. And obviously, as you can see, I did dye my hair ginger. So, of course, I had to match my bundles. So, I used some L'Oreal High Color in the color Copper and Sizzling Copper to do that. So, you guys see me sewing in the first track, which is my longest bundle. So, it's a 20-inch bundle. And I'm doubling my wefts. Okay, so this is what I mean by like adding more hair in. So, if I had 4 bundles, I would double the bottom 2 wefts. The bottom 2 bundles, but because I only have the 3, I'm only just doubling that bottom bundle, which is my longest bundle. And when it comes to flipping, once I flip, which you'll see right here, I want to make sure that before I flip it, it's all secured and good, like down. Then once I flip, these bundles were actually very thin. They had thin wefts, so it wasn't like super hard to make sure that I flip them seamlessly. But once you flip them, you want to make sure that you go through at least 3 times on where the part that you flipped it, so that it can be super flat. Again, this is going out of our scalp, and we want it to look like that, so we don't want no humps, lumps, and dumps. I'm just continuing on that bottom bundle. I don't want to really reach the front of my head, not yet. I'm going to wait until I get to the second bundle to kind of add that hair in the front along my hairline. But I'm just going back and forth in a horizontal way, just sewing the weft is like close as possible to one another, just making sure I'm fitting all of the hair on my head. Now if you're a beginner, you don't really know how to sew, I am using the lock stitch method, which I put the needle through my braid, then I put it through the hair, not through the weft. The only time I put the needle through my weft is the first time that I'm like putting the bundle in my hair. So when I start a new bundle, I'll put it through the actual weft. But I put the needle through the hair and pull it out, and then I wrap the thread around the needle 2 times. And what that'll do is when I pull it all the way, it will lock into a knot. So each individual like stitch knots itself, if that makes sense. And that just helps me with like security. So if I just mess up on one knot or I skip one knot, the rest of the bundle is going to be secured on the head. All right, so I finished with the first one, and that's what it's looking like. I went ahead and clipped it away, and I had to figure out which one was the shorter bundle. Honestly, I put the shortest bundle in right here, and I went ahead and added the middle bundle in later, but that's neither here nor there. Make sure y'all putting your bundles in, you know, together. If you're cutting your hair, it doesn't really matter, but if you want the semi-layered effect, you don't want it to be like super choppy, definitely just make sure that you put in the longest bundle at the bottom, then the next one, and then the shortest bundle at the top. Nevertheless, we are adding the second bundle, and I am starting off in the back. Now, what I normally like to do, especially when I do a deep side part, if you do a middle part, it doesn't really matter, but if you do a side part, like, you don't want the side to be extra bulky, so I try to kind of fill in the bottom and the deeper side as much as possible, and then leave the other side kind of for last. But what I'm also doing is, you guys can see here, I'm like making a curve toward the top of the braid, just so that when the hair falls, it falls forward versus just straight down. I like that look, and it allows you to not necessarily leave out so much leave out, just because that hair, when it falls, it's covering your tracks, it's covering your leave out. So that's my method that I like to do, just so that I don't have to leave as much hair out. And pretty much this side is done, so I'm not going to add too much more hair there. But now I'm just going to fill in this deep side part, and as I fill in this hair, I'm going to curve my tracks upward the same way along my leave out. So I'm going to kind of just let you guys watch the rest of me sewing in the tracks, and then I'm going to come back when it's time to cut the rest of the net and style my hair. Okay, so since we're done adding in our hair, now I'm just gonna go along with my scissors very carefully. Make sure you guys don't cut out your hair the same way if you're doing a quick weave, baby. Make sure you don't cut out your hair, okay? Please just be careful with the scissors. I'm literally pulling up the net and then cutting along. I'm not going nowhere near my tresses, okay? So once I cut that down, go ahead and start to take down my braids. I just wanted to see what it looked like with my natural hair before even adding heat to it or styling it. And as you can see, like, first of all, this color ate down, like almost a 10 out of 10 match, and my hair kind of really blends with this Vietnamese straight hair, which I was very surprised by. But again, we're gonna stay tuned for the review of this hair. Oh, I know I kind of just skipped over, but this was probably 2 days later. I went to go work out right after I finished my sew-in, so I didn't record, obviously, straightening my hair or anything, because I didn't. But this was a couple days later, and I'm literally getting ready for the Usher concert. Like, your girl was very excited. But anywho, I'm just using my wand curler, and I'm using some Velcro rollers to just give her some body. I did give some layers, and I went ahead and pressed out my roots. I did that for like a TikTok or for like a real video, so that's why it didn't show in this video. But if you want to see that full video, definitely go over to my Instagram and you can check it out there. So yeah, I'm just using my, I don't know what barrel this is. Not a huge barrel, but it's a nice, decent sized barrel. But I'm using the Velcro rollers. I did get them from Amazon. Go check out my Amazon storefront. And then I'm using some Kenra hairspray in the volume 25. Love this stuff. Has a great hold. And I'm just spraying it along my hair as I drop it from the barrel. And then I add it to the Velcro roller. So I'm literally obsessed with Velcro rollers, but it just takes some time to kind of get used to them. But honey, once you get the gist of it, it will be everything you need and more. Just trust me. So now my hair is fully rolled up, and I'm using my Olaplex bonding oil, which I just got, and I'm very excited about it. I did not get a chance to record me taking out the rollers and all of that stuff because I literally was running late for the concert and we had to go, child. So of course I'm gonna always get ready in the car. So I took out my rollers and I went ahead and combed them out and brushed them out, and just look at the body. Like, she's bodying, she's doing everything she needs and more. And like, if y'all can't tell me that this hair is not mine, like, y'all can't tell me that the hair is not mine. You just can't. Okay, but let me know what you guys think about this tutorial. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, definitely leave them down below in the comment section. I absolutely love this hair. I love the way it blends with mine. It colored beautifully. Like, it curled beautifully. I wrapped these curls up and they lasted, like, the little waves lasted for about a good 4 days. Like, I was feeling myself, as you can see, and ciao. But thank you guys so much for watching. I can't wait to see the next one. Make sure y'all leave me some love down in the comment section below, and I will see you after the next one. Ciao. That's what you get inside. You can't change your mind. I need a sound